Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for, this is your March bonus reading. We're just going to do a free flow reading. Whatever comes up, comes up. And in your first row here, you have this angelic help. It says your angels are blessing you with new opportunities. And it also says you must ask the angels to come into your life and help you. So obviously, if you're experiencing a tower moment at this time, I feel that for a lot of you, that asking for help doesn't have to be your angels. It's whatever you ask for help. Could even be people in your life. I feel like there is a lot of assistance or help that could be available, but you have to ask. It's interesting. I do like readings where I have the Tower and the Ace of Wands because, basically there is a castle that is crumbling right here in the back of the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands can represent out with the old, in with the new. And tower moments, of course, are never comfortable necessarily, although, I don't know, I've had tower moments that I've chosen. I've had tower moments that are comfortable, whatever. But, what I will say is that they always kind of lead to a new beginning. The whole point of the tower is that those people inside the tower have been ignoring reality for too long. And they have built those walls up around them to protect themselves from seeing reality. But that's not really a good way to live. So they're being brought back down to earth. They're being grounded in reality so that they can see actual opportunities that have actual structure, that have actual success in them. And again, you can see this castle is meant to look like it's crumbling, kind of like the tower. And so Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. I also feel like if you're lacking inspiration, that, asking God, the universe, whoever you pray to, or whoever you want to ask, doesn't matter. If you just ask for inspiration, I feel like you will receive it. Because I get this feeling here, just going in this direction to the Eight of Wands, that for some of you, it's like I feel like you feel pulled in new directions in your life because of the tower, obviously. This could be to move. This could be to start a new business, to get a new career. But it's like I feel like you're lacking. And are you kidding me? Look at this. On the bottom of the clarification deck, you have this inspiration card. So very interesting. But I feel like you're lacking the clarity on direction. Like, sometimes I think we normally maybe have some clarity, Queen of Swords, Gemini, where we're like, oh, I'll go start this business or I'll move in this direction. But I get a little bit more of overthinking here because, I really feel like there's a transformation that some of you could be making. She has that butterfly on the tip of her sword. On a traditional Queen of Swords, she has a butterfly like here as well on her whatever you call that, her throne. Her back is always to the past. She's always focusing to the future as well. But again, I feel like there could be some sort of change that you have to go through to change your life. But, and you might be saying, yeah, of course. But the problem here is that it could cause tower moments for people in your life is what I'm getting. Like sometimes we make a change and we have to maybe cut certain people out, or I don't think we have to cut people out, but maybe they just don't want to be part of our life anymore or whatever. Then you have the Six of Swords here. The Six of Swords also represents a significant change. And you have major change cards. I mean, Death, Six of Swords, even the Two of Swords, Eight of Cups, walking away from what no longer serves you. To me, it looks like you're making a very significant change in your life where maybe there are certain people, places, and things that can't come with you. The woman and the child on the Six of Swords, they are making a complete sacrifice. They are leaving everything behind, their whole entire life. They only have the clothes on their back, and they're doing this for the hopes of a brighter future. And guess what? There's a brighter future coming in for you. You have this black cat card and it says your luck will change soon. And I feel like this is good luck. With the tower, you have this ostentation card. So this card basically says, it basically says that maybe something was built on sand, like a castle built on sand, right? Or something. So I do feel for some of you that something is collapsing down in your life. I keep saying tower, death. The king is normally dead on the death card. And I've said it before, I've predicted it before Boris Johnson stepped down. I'm telling you again, I'm not saying anyone's going to die, but I would not be surprised if we saw certain world leaders stepping down, disappearing, whatever happens, right? Don't come at me, government. I'm not putting any conspiracy theories out or anything like that. But what I would say is I believe that we are probably going to see more kings have their crowns fall off. Let's put it that way for sure. And probably some pretty big ones. Let's put it that way, that this will happen to. So, over the next, between now and 2033, probably Gemini. So just a sign of the times. But we could also see other institutions kind of crumbling in life as well. But on top of that, I feel like you've learned to tell what's real, what's fake, like in relationships, businesses, stuff like that. With the Queen of Swords, you have this exaltation card. This really tells me that the time for this transition or transformation is now. Sorry, you won't focus over there, but this is saying to me that you're ready for this change. It's like the energy is right for you to make a transition or a transformation. With the Ace of Wands, you have this discovery card, some sort of new beginning coming in for you, of course. A lot of people have been getting this like adventure energy. I don't know. I just think that there's too much newness in the astrology just in general. I know people keep saying you keep repeating yourself. I'm like, yeah, well, we have a change that's happening that's like literally some of like the biggest astrology we will ever experience ever. We will be dead the next time this happens. So it's like, and most people never experience this, like generationally, you know what I mean? It's like this only happens very rarely, especially like this specific alignment. I don't know, it'll be like thousands of years before something like this happens again. So, it's a pretty big change as far as I'm concerned. And what I would say is, sorry, I just ruined something. Let me fix it. There we go. Basically, I think that we're being pushed to discover new things, to experience new things, to do new things. And the people that do that are going to be very successful. Next, Gemini, you have this card that says you're pushing yourself to exhaustion. Enjoy yourself in between all your hard work. I'm a Gemini moon, and I don't know, I've been feeling tired lately, and also I've been having a hard time. I'm not saying this to talk about myself, but I'm just saying this because, again, I feel this energy for you, where I've been having a hard time taking days off. Like, I just can't for whatever reason. Even when I say I'm going to take a day off, I always end up doing videos, right? But I probably need a day off. And so, again, I feel like this is saying if you need some time, if you need a break, take a break. Do something that you enjoy doing, and get out of your head. It'll probably lead to a lot more success than if you don't take time off. You have the Death card, the Three of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Again, there's a major change happening in your life, so I definitely feel that with the Death card. I like this Death card as well. The two pillars from the moon are back here, and the sun is coming up between those two pillars. That kind of represents a new day dawning. And it also represents like leaving behind a moon period, which is a period of uncertainty, doubt, fear, all that other stuff. You have the Three of Cups, so definitely a very social time for you. Even going this way, this is very social. Eight of Wands is my card of socializing, and the Three of Cups is a card of community and socializing and celebrating. So some of you could be meeting a new community of people. You could, especially if you're moving, obviously, you could be finding new friends. But you could also just be, I would say this could be like a thing that you do over the next like 5 years or so, just based off the astrology. You could be meeting new groups of people that really help you progress, that really help you become successful. You have the Knight of Wands here. I don't know what it is. We don't even have a Mercury retrograde yet until April. But I would just be careful of any past bozos coming back into your energy. Again, a lot of people have been having this energy of like past people popping up, Gemini. And I just think it'll ruin your day, is what I would say. The problem is that, you know what I think it is? That was like a million cards. That was not a pop out. Is that I think things are really challenging right now in certain ways. So it's like the people who can't handle it, they might be trying to go back to past comfort zones. That past comfort zone could be you. So I feel like this is saying like, don't be someone's comfort blanket for them to like drool all over while they can't get their own house in order, right? With the Death card, you have this publicity card. Yeah, especially for those of you trying to get attention. I'm telling you, for you air signs, Pluto and Aquarius, I'm telling you right now, I would be trying to get as much positive attention as you possibly can for love, for business, for career, for whatever. You know what I mean? It's like I would be looking for ways. Obviously, I don't know all your situations, but I would be looking for ways to get more attention. That is your meal ticket. That is going to be the thing that really leads to a lot of success. And if you have a business right now, I'd be reaching out to be on podcasts for people. Like I'd be doing all that stuff if I were you. And guess what? I am. So, I do all this stuff and I would do it. You will get a lot of attention. With the Three of Cups, you have this optimism card. I just feel like there are certain things that are going to be happening that make you feel more optimistic. Mostly because, again, I feel like there's been a lack of clarity. Like I was saying in the beginning of the reading, it's almost like you just don't know what to do. I don't know how else to say it. And maybe this week you're starting to feel like you know what to do. With the Knight of Wands, you have the companionship card. Yes, someone just wants a companion. If you want love, I feel like there is love available to you. Again, this week, the readings haven't really been love focused. So, what I would say is it's there if you want it. If you don't, that's perfectly fine as well. But I also feel a very social reading. There could be a lot of benefits in socializing, having fun, going out, meeting people, even outside of love. I'm not even just saying for love. I'm saying for other purposes, just to get out of your freaking head, right? I think socializing is a great way to do that. So I would do it. Next, you have this black cat. It says your luck will change soon. I feel like your luck is changing for the better. Now that I say that, I'm pretty sure all your past readings have said that your luck is changing. You have the Eight of Wands, the King of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Eight of Wands is a quick conclusion. Eight of Wands can also represent movement. I do get something about moving here. It wouldn't surprise me if you were one of the signs that over, again, like the next 5 years or so, you might be saying, I'm not moving, but it wouldn't surprise me if over the next 5 years, even if you say you're not moving, that if you move. So, some of you, definitely a possibility with this eight of Wands type energy. I also feel that there could be communication coming in for you, again, from a past person who probably wants to drool all over you because they just can't handle life. So I would be careful of that. I wouldn't be a person's comfort blanket unless they can, I don't know, I just don't think it's attractive. It's like, right? If you want to date an adult, it's like, do you really need to be with someone who needs to be comforted? Probably. I'm not talking about, like, of course we all want to comfort our partner, but if every single time someone on the news says something mean, they're crying under the bed, right? Because they're like worried about, lizard pox or whatever they're going to come out with next, who the hell knows, right? Then it's like, is that person going to be effective in life? Probably not. I mean, there's no other way to say it. So, I feel like that this right here is like saying you have a person who maybe they do, and it's beyond that. Maybe they're inconsistent. Maybe they cheat, Knight of Wands, right? But they always come back to you. I feel like this is saying, don't be someone's comfort blanket, especially if they had an opportunity already. You have the King of Swords. I do feel like you're in this King of Swords energy. It's like you're chopping heads. I feel like you're using your discernment. I feel like you're being very smart and using your wisdom. And that's exactly what you should be doing. For some of you, I really feel you're doing something ballsy here, Gemini. I feel like a lot of you, again, are taking the risk to go across the choppy waters with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords, again, they're leaving everything behind them behind, and they're taking a huge risk for the just the hopes of a brighter future. They don't even know if the other side is going to provide what they need, but it's probably better than where they were. So, a lot of you, definitely, I see, could be taking some sort of risk. People could be calling you crazy, whatever. But I don't know. I feel like it's going to lead to a lot of success for you. So don't hesitate. I do feel like this is saying, like, if maybe you have a job and there's like a new job that becomes available somewhere else, you might be taking the risk to leave. And people might be saying, what? You're crazy to not stay here. But what you might not know is maybe the company you work for is about to go under, right? I kind of see like some sort of like spiritual guidance. I wouldn't call it a spiritual flat tire. I would say it's more guidance. Like the universe is like saying, go over here. There's something better. And then it's like when you leave, something bad happens over here, So I would follow those ideas, right? With the Eight of Wands, you have the concentration card. Yes, it's like what you focus on is what you're going to accomplish and what you're going to receive. The Eight of Wands is a card of manifestation. It was traditionally a card of your arrows for love, meaning we tell the universe what we want in love, the universe responds, right? Esther Hicks calls this your rockets of desire, meaning you're telling the universe always like what you want through your thoughts, feelings, actions, the things that you say, and the universe responds with inspirations, things that you could do, whatever, and if you move in those directions, you're going to find success. If you don't, you won't. With the King of Swords, you have this friendship card. Like, I would be very careful of being a friend with someone from the past year. I feel like that's what this is. Number one, if you're making new friends, meeting new people, absolutely. That's exactly what I would be doing. But I feel like someone could be coming back like saying, oh, I want to be friends. And I'm not saying that they don't want to be friends, but I feel like they want more, And I feel like you don't. So I would be careful. I always tell people, to me, it's impossible to be friends with an ex. I know plenty of people who tell me like, oh, I've been friends with my ex for 20 years. Great. Good for you. Right. This is broadcasting. I'm talking to millions of people. Right. So what I would say here is that to me, it's always a bad idea because I don't care what anyone says. Someone always wants more. Right. And plenty of people say, oh, no, they don't. I'm like, I guarantee you, text your friend right now. Hey, come over. I'm super. You know what? Let's sleep together. I guarantee you they will be there in about 30 seconds, even if they live 1,000 miles away. Right. Guarantee it. So I don't care what anyone says, and prove me wrong. Do that right now. I guarantee you it will happen. So to me, it's BS. It doesn't work, right? And I would be careful because I think this person wants more anyway. Exactly what I'm saying. With the Six of Swords, you have this eccentricity card. People are going to call you weird, eccentric. They're going to say you're crazy. I'm telling you right now, I get that energy on that Six of Swords. Especially if you're doing something new. But again, Pluto in Aquarius. If there was ever a time where we say, you know what, I'm going to go start this crazy-ass business about whatever, saving the manatees, your next card right here, and I'm going to turn it into a business, people are going to call you crazy. They're going to call you eccentric. But it's like when you're a billionaire or like a Bitcoin billionaire in like 20 years or something like that, then guess what? Who is right? You. So don't be afraid to be right is what this is saying. It also says forgiveness, surrender, and release. Again, there's a difference between like forgiving a person and allowing them back into our lives. And I feel like this is you kind of like forgiving a past situation and moving on. And that's exactly what I would do here. You have the Eight of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Swords. The Eight of Cups is exactly what I don't like about this past situation. It's like you're walking away. She's looking at everything that she lost, everything that she passed up. And I'm saying she, but whatever gender you were dating doesn't matter. And, so I feel like your past person is like seeing all the cups that you gave, that you offered them. And they're like, oh my God, look at all this stuff that I totally missed out on. Yeah, yes, you did. And that's what I would say here. It's like, you're walking away. You're looking for something new, so, like the Nine of Cups. So keep walking is what I would say here. You have the Two of Cups. I feel like there is a person who might be different than your usual type or might just be different in general. These two people are meant to look very different. And the reason is because they come from two different worlds. So you could be attracting a person who is very different than what you would normally go for. I think there will be plenty of attraction here. It's not like you're not attracted to this person. I just think they're different, right? But that's exactly what's coming in for you. I feel like there's something much better. I feel like your choices in love have just been meh. Like she is not satisfied at all with these two bozos fighting, having a sword fight, right? She is not impressed. So I feel like you need to go over here. There's a new island behind her, and the Two of Swords basically says, guess what? You don't have to be where you are. There are better opportunities maybe elsewhere. And so for some of you, definitely in love. Maybe you're moving, maybe you're just looking in a different place for love, whatever. I think that would be great. Even in business, it's like maybe where you are isn't great. Maybe looking in another location or looking for something different is kind of the answer. And that's kind of what I'm getting here on the Two of Swords. That's all that's popping into my head, is that whatever you're looking for, money, work, career, love, spirituality, whatever, it's like maybe there's something else that exists, but you have to look for it. And you have to like find it, basically. Let's see. With the Eight of Cups, you have the Endurance card. This person's persistent. I will say that. You might have to block a person or whatever, but I also feel this could be a new person. It could be like, it's funny because this is like the Sun in Scorpio, and I don't automatically think like, oh, Gemini, Scorpio, good match, right? But it could be that. Like, maybe it's like the person coming in for you. Maybe it's a sign that you wouldn't normally date. Maybe it's, maybe they have some sort of difference that you aren't normally attracted to or whatever, but I feel like you're very attracted to this person. With the Two of Cups here, you have two cards. You have this Rebellion card and this Idealism card, both Aquarius cards, and they both represent kind of like something different. So, I've been saying it since 2020 that everything you want is on the other side of something you've never done before. So, I've been encouraging new experiences since before 2020, really, and mostly because I see what's coming. So, I would try new things. With the Two of Swords, you have the Detachment card. Yeah, you're removing yourself from situations that no longer serve you. I feel like you're detaching and moving on to bigger and better things. That's basically what this reading is saying. And this is going to increase your luck. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have this Money Path card. It says, a path for money is waiting for you to find it. Yes, love it. Amazing. I definitely feel there could be a great increase in your finances or in your earnings with this card. You have this Bat card. It says, take care, enemies are working against you. Again, Mars in your sign. Mars is going to be leaving soon at the end of the month, or towards the end of the month, I should say, which is going to be great. And so what I would say is just no gossip, no getting into fights. I'm going to pull you an extra card because this card basically says the same thing. Well, it says, be careful, don't take risks. I think we should be taking risks right now, but calculated risk. So don't take unnecessary risk is more what I feel like that's saying. But I also feel like it's saying be careful of people in your life. Next, I pulled an extra card. This is the extra card that I pulled. It says bouquet. It says compliments from an admirer. Definitely new love coming in for you. And again, it could be different than your usual type. You have this Tower card. It says solid foundation, success with effort. Yes, you're building a new foundation. This is like a good tower, not a bad tower. And so I feel like you're kind of like building new things, or you're building something new here. You have this parrot card. It says, someone will gossip about all your secrets. I'm going to pull you another card because that's basically the same thing we just said. I would ignore gossip at all costs. Let them talk, right? Who cares? You have this broom. It says, new home, new attitude. I would say new something, new attitude, because the whole entire reading has really been encouraging you to do something new, to maybe move in a different direction or to do something different. That's where all your success is going to come from here. This looks really good. I like this. So thank you for being here, Gemini. I really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.